Hello, everyone. Welcome and happy Thanksgiving. If you're here in the States celebrating, wherever you are in the world, we are thrilled to have you here at USA Global TV and Radio. I'm Dr. JACALYN KERBECK. I'm the president, founder, and chief listening officer here at our network, where we have over 25 live broadcasts each and every week featuring people from around the world. Our show today is the Film and Music Show. Sharing this platform with me is my dear friend. She is someone who is so wise behind her years. She's insightful. She leads with her heart. She's a beautiful person inside and out. Let's welcome internationally award-winning singer, songwriter, producer, novelist, and entrepreneur, vocal coach. It's Dr. Madalene Chan.
Hey, hi, Dr. JACALYN. Oh my gosh, you just honor me with that introduction. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh,
you earned it all. It's so good to see you. And I'm giving thanks for having you in my life, especially on a beautiful day like today, that it's all about gratitude and appreciation. So I honor you and I thank you.
Thank you. And happy Thanksgiving to yourself and your family and all your friends. Happy Thanksgiving. And to America.
Oh. Yes. And to all of our global team members around the world, we're thinking of you today. And thank you for taking this journey with us. So, Dr. Chan, we've got a great guest backstage whom you know because you brought to this platform. Before we bring him out, I do want to spotlight you. You are doing so many incredible things. In addition to what you're doing here on this platform, you're doing a number of things. You're also working with me for the power of listening, and you have something special, Songs for You. Tell us about it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Dr. JACALYN. Yeah, songsforyou.co.uk is where we work with you about your life story. So it could be a celebration. It could be a birthday, engagement, your wedding, a message you want to bring forth through. It could be even more special. Let's say, about a birthing song. Oh, birthing song. Yeah, exactly. When a woman is in her 9-month term, it's nice to write down things about looking forward to giving birth, looking forward to having this little baby, and putting it all into a song, so that, let's say, when you're giving birth, instead of screaming or whatever natural thing, you're hearing your baby's song, and it will help for the birth to come through more easy. It's on my life story. Yeah. So it's going to be called the birthing song. As you can see, with the website. And also it's a beautiful to have the song when baby is born, and you're playing the song, and the baby will affiliate with the vibration when it's in mummy's mummy's womb, not tomb, womb. Sorry, womb. Yeah. So birthdays, about saying goodbye when you've said, saying goodbye to loved ones, and also adversity to an awesome life, which is where how you want a song to express from where you've come from to what you've become. So I believe, so that's what we do in any style, so that's what we do. And we offer so much more, but it's something that's going to become a trend. And we are there to bring that in a cost-effective package, which with a ready-to-release single. And we can take you from the ready-to-release single to Dr. JACALYN on USA Global TV, who will give you tuition lessons how to become and present your own single on radio and TV. So we've done a joint collaboration with USA Global TV and Radio with Dr. JACALYN. So wow! You
Yay!
have the package there.
Full service. So for those of you who are interested, please do go over to the website, which we'll put the link in there so that you can get on your journey, get started right away.
Yeah.
So Dr. Chan, thank you for sharing that. Our guest is backstage, and
Yes.
I haven't met Jamie before, just backstage, and he's accomplished so much. How do you two know each other? How did this relationship start?
I met Jamie through the beautiful Princess Dr. Desiree Richardson, because Jamie is a Gentleman of Heart awardee, and he actually attended the Woman of Hearts 88 on the 12th of November, and he was on stage giving his speech. And so that's when I met Jamie in person. And honestly, what a phenomenal, beautiful, down to earth, extremely talented, compassionate. Because you know what, and I will tell this story before Jamie comes along. He is so with his heart. On the day of the awards, Jamie Long was a little bit late, and that's because he was saving somebody's life in the street. Someone collapsed and he saved this person's life. So honestly, this man, this gentleman, he is he's a superhero as far as I'm concerned, and he's phenomenally talented as an actor and a producer, and he does immense charity work as well. He is a superhero for sure. The beautiful, wonderful actor, producer, I think even entrepreneur. Big compassionate heart beyond belief, Gentleman of Heart award as well. The beautiful Jamie Long.
Welcome, Jamie.
Hello. Wow. Thank you. Hi. Hello, Dr.
Hi.
Jocelyn. How are we doing?
Yeah, so
And
you're a
Dr. Madeline
real
Chan,
world
thank you for
hero.
those kind words. I'm just an ordinary guy doing an ordinary thing, helping people.
Now you have a background in
Happy
helping people, though,
Thanksgiving
don't
to you and
you?
your family, by the way.
Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving, Jamie. You have a
Yeah.
background in helping people,
I get
though,
a
don't you?
joy out of helping people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic.
It's all about helping, isn't it? If everybody helps each other, then we're happy.
Yes, and some people are more inclined to help people. Unfortunately, there are people who just keep walking, right, and they won't. But you are not only helping people real time in real life, you're also entertaining people. You're also inspiring people and motivating people. So tell us a little bit about where you get this passion to perform.
Yeah. Well, I grew up having quite a rough time, not educated. I used to rely on alcohol, live in the streets. And when I was 18, I was raped, and I wasn't believed. That the police said I was 18 and must give them consent. And I was in a domestic abusive relationship, which was quite violent. A lot of stuff was happening, and I bottled it up for a long time, and it really affected me mentally, where I have mental health diagnosis now. But I thought, how could I do something about this? So one of the things I did was, when I lost my son, I wrote a poem in order to help me grieve. I read it at his funeral, but then I decided, what can I do with this to help other people? Because men suffer just as much as women with a loss of a child. So I turned into a song called Gone Too Soon. And that song we released in August this year. And all the money from this song is going to a specialist charity for stillborn and neonatal death charity. And then from that, it got me signed to a record label, K-Dragon Records, and I'm currently recording my second charity single about bullying and mental health, and all that money raised from that is going to a charity to help other victims of bullying and mental health, and trying to encourage people to speak out.
That's phenomenal.
It's amazing.
That is amazing.
It's amazing. And I did go and watch and listen on YouTube. I was so touched. I thought, it's so hard to comprehend what other people go through in their lives. We think about, our life, and it's this and it's that, and then I hear your story, and it's just so moving and incredible how you have this inner strength, and you have this compassion, this empathy. I don't sense any anger. I don't see any negativity, and you've been through a lot.
I think it's frozen a bit, I think.
Jamie, are you still with us? I think
Hello,
we're getting
Jamie.
a delay.
Yes, this big delay. What a great, I never knew that. I never knew the phenomenal story of, I've never known of a man being raped.
Madeleine, it's really interesting when people are performers, they're creative artists, that
Yeah.
they take the pain and this what they've been through, and they release it through their performance.
I just really to be able to speak out about their problems, and it gets not forgotten about, but it's
We seem to have lost him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, what a story. Hopefully he'll be able to come back and join us.
Yeah. Phenomenal. I mean, and you're absolutely right in the way that actors usually have such a life of pain and suffering, which they put into their acting, into their arts that bring out, I would say, wouldn't you call them method actors?
I'm not really sure, but I do know comedians, for example. There's been a number of comedians who committed suicide, but you wouldn't know what they were going through because they're always entertaining people. They're always on, but yet the pain inside is so deep.
Yeah, was it Robin Williams?
One of them.
Yeah, I never knew that. I mean, I just loved his films, loved him as a comic. I thought it was immensely talented. And who knew that it was actually suffering inside?
And if you think about it as an artist, because you are an artist, you know that there's that constant pressure to perform in front of people, and that imposter syndrome, and having to put your own feelings aside and get up and entertain people.
Yeah, even if you don't feel like it, if you feel like, oh, I'm just having a really bad day and I just don't want to do it. The last thing I want is just to be performing in front of people. But then you get yourself psyched up. But then as soon as you're in front of the audience, just like yourself, when you're, whatever you're feeling, as soon as you're in front of the camera, bing, you get this energy that just lights you up. And then once the camera's turned off,
what's interesting, I love that you shared that, is that at the end of a show, I'll put everyone backstage while I'm closing it out, and I see everyone go, because because everyone's so pumped up on the show, and then it's almost like, okay. I see Jamie's joined us again.
Is he here again?
Yeah.
Cornwall must be quite bad weather. Jamie.
Oh, no.
Hello, Jamie.
Power cut, so everything just went off.
Power cut.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Jamie, welcome back. And I just want to say thank you so much for sharing your story. Madeleine and I are really touched by it. And I give you a lot of just thank you from my heart for being courageous and sharing. So one of the things we were talking about while you were gone is the fact that performers like yourself who have gone through really horrific things, real true adversity, take that and then turn that into the ability to perform and entertain others. How do you do that?
I don't know, because it's a very first for me, because I grew up thinking I couldn't achieve anything. I grew up with no education. Obviously I joined the British Army, which made me a man. But I think having support from my wife and my mum, to drum it into me that I can do it. And I just sat there and I was thought I could sit here and dwell and weep on the past, or I can turn something positive into it to help and inspire other people. And I think we need to work together to encourage more men to speak out about these things. And if I can do that from my music or from acting, because I've written a feature film called Survivor, based on a true story about bullying and mental health, which I've got a lot of people involved in it who have suffered with bullying and mental health, and they're actually telling their story for the first time in the film, and all that money is going to charity as well. So it's a learning curve for me, but a very enjoyable journey, and meeting some amazing people on the way.
That's phenomenal.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, I
Jamie,
mean,
sorry, just one more question.
Yeah.
When you told your story for the first time publicly, how were you received by people hearing it? Were people, open arms and just supportive, or are there people saying, wow, I had no idea? What did you experience?
It was mixed emotions, really, and it still is. I've had a lot of bullying from it, a lot of trolling from it, but then I've had a lot of people turn around and say, we see you all the time, we didn't know you had this going on in the background. And I think that's one of the perks of being an actor, because I can put a front on and nobody really knows what's going on. And then I've had other people where it's like listening to the charity single Gone Too Soon, that they can relate to it because they've lost children, and it's actually bringing people out themselves as well. So it's a mixture of everything, from people hating me to trolling to being supportive with arms open, and people messaging saying it's actually helped them, knowing that there's someone else that's gone through it, and I've expressed it through the song.
That's wow. I was going to ask if it's okay, Dr. JACALYN. Jamie, you said you're in the army. What made you, when you joined the army, was it after you were raped? What made you to go into the army?
Well, I contracted a condition when I was younger called encephalitis, and it affected a part of my brain. And then I started suffering with paranoia. I became a hermit crab, for one word, and I had no confidence. I had nothing, and I was got married before I joined the army to my ex-wife, who did all the abuse and everything. And I was with her whilst in the army, and I thought to myself, what can I do to better myself? Because I'm jumping in and out of jobs in the civilian life. And I thought, well, okay, I'm 19. What can I do? So I signed up to the army, and I got through. I spent the best 10 years of my life. Obviously, I had a bit of bullying involved in the army from people. But I gained so many qualifications. And I think being in the army is what made me a man. It made me who I am today, and to be strong-minded. But going back to with the rape thing, obviously that happened when I was 18, and I kind of tried forgetting about it. But over the years, you did, because the police didn't take nothing. And then about 5 years ago, the police sent me a letter saying they understand that I made an allegation of rape. Would I be willing to redo the statement again? And obviously I'd left the army by this time, and it kind of brought everything back. And I thought, do I, don't I? So I did. So I had to re-go through the whole lot. And then whilst that's being investigated, I worked as an entertainments manager. So I'm on stage dancing, and in came the complex manager. And whilst dancing, the complex manager walked to the stage, and it was actually the guy that raped me. He didn't declare anything. And yeah, so that was a very, very big shock. And it kind of knocked all my confidence from being in the army back down again.
Oh my goodness, what are the odds of that happening? That's amazing.
Meeting the perpetrator,
20 years. It would have been 20 years. But then after that, I informed the general manager that he's under investigation, and they sacked him. But then a week later, the police messaged me and said the CPS ain't going to take it any further because there's flaws in my statement. So bear in mind, it's 20 years. And I said, so what sort of flaws in my statement. In my first statement, I said that I wet myself after I got raped, but I missed that out in the second statement 20 years later. And because of that is why they said they're not taking it further.
Oh
It's
my gosh. I'm
injustice
so
in
sorry
every
that you had
way.
to go through.
Yeah.
What was it like to have to relive the whole thing again?
Yeah.
A nightmare. Even now, it still affects me. I can't be. I'm all right with men that I know, but with random men, if they get too close, I can't obviously establish that. But then, obviously, losing my child, mum being ill, loads of stuff happening to add on top of it all. And then, obviously, I've met my wife now. We got some beautiful babies with, and my mum. But I've now been diagnosed with obviously bipolar, complex PTSD, and severe social anxiety. So I'm getting all the treatment now from that, but it's all stemmed from a mixture of everything that's gone on.
Yeah.
And I think the key point is because I've bottled everything up over all these years of every bad thing happening in a short space of time, it's kind of led to where we are now. And this is what I want to try getting the point out is, please don't bottle anything up. Just talk about it. If people don't want to know you, or they're just saying you, they're not friends. They're not worth knowing. You know, there's always somebody out there to listen. And I'm actually looking at setting up my own podcast and talk show called Let's Talk Men. So it's where men come on. So it's like a male version of Loose Women, but we talk men.
You know what, Jamie, I love this. I'm going to introduce you to one of our team members, Roland Friedel. We actually have a show here called Wild at Heart Bonfire Talks, a show for men, by men, about men. And there's a panel of men and they talk about men's issues. I think you'd be great to join them.
I think he would be
I'd really like it.
Yeah.
And also,
I'd love it.
I think he'd be good as a guest on Woman's Prerogative.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got some great ideas for you to
Yeah,
continue sharing.
fantastic.
I'm more than happy. The more we get the word out, and Madeleine, as when we was at that event, I received another award from Dr. Betty Speaks.
Oh, Betty Speaks,
which
really?
I didn't realise. And she done me one as a veteran hero. But then I had another email from a lady on my table, JACALYN. They've got an award coming up, and I was nominated for an award that night, which I've won, and I'm off to London on the 4th to receive that award and talk and inspire other multiculturals to, like in Pakistan, India, and that it's okay to talk about being abused and raped and everything. So it's kind of, it's going very fast, but I'm enjoying the ride as it is because it's helping people. And the more people or shows I can go on and talk about my story and helping people, I don't care if I get trolls, you know, they're obviously, if they're starting on me, they're leaving somebody else alone. But if I can help people and go on different shows, do talks and all that, then I'm winning, you know, I'm beating the trolls and the haters.
It's fantastic the way that you're, you know, like what Dr. JACALYN said, you could have gone two ways. You could have gone so that you were really selfish and really horrible and egotistical, but you went completely, you gave your heart out rather than actually attending to your own heart.
Yeah.
So now I think it's fantastic. And now the world is coming to you. Yeah.
A big thank you does have to go to my wife Isabel. You know, she's a classic singer, and she's won an award at Panache Global Entertainment Award. You know, she's got a critically ill son, and she's amazing. She's a hero as far as I'm concerned. But it's her love and support that's helping me get through everything. And same with my mum, Christine. You know, without her, I wouldn't be half the man I am now either. You know, she's put a lot of work in. I weren't an easy child growing up. I made her life hell, gave her grey hair. But you know what? Without my mum, who's my best friend and rock, same as my wife, I wouldn't be here really. I wouldn't be who I am now.
Well, we're happy that you have.
I wish there was more men like you, Jamie. Honestly, I'm sure there is, but you should write a book. Your story is groundbreaking.
Well, funny you've said that. Izzy's designed the picture for me, but I'm in the middle of writing an autobiography about it all.
Good for you. That's excellent.
Yes.
That's excellent. We do have a few comments. Hi, Maria. Nice to have you back with us. I think you're joining us from the Bahamas.
Yes,
Maria, indeed, you can help
Maria.
others by spreading
Hey,
your ordeal.
hi.
So proud of you. Thank you.
Oh,
Jamie, we have pulled up Gone Too Soon on YouTube. Would you like to tee this up for our audience, give some background?
Yeah. So Gone Too Soon is that I've got the amazing vocalist of, once again, my wife Isabel on it. You have Deborah Fenella, who I believe Madeline knows.
yes.
She sings all my singles, like the music with me. And then we've got Mark Buzzell, who does the composing, who put the music together. When we did that, it's been 5 years in the making, believe it or not, this song, because I've been let down by people. And then we went on my birthday this year. We went to the recording studio and we finally recorded this single. So it's like one of the biggest birthday presents ever. That 5 years, it's actually came to something. And then from it, getting signed to K Dragon Records, which I never in my life thought. You know, I'm just an actor. I'm used to being a drama queen. I didn't realize that I could get signed to something else. And as I said, I wrote it when my son died, Oscar. I wrote it as a poem, and then I read it at his funeral. And I thought, what else could I do to inspire and help other people? You know, because I haven't grieved for him, and I still haven't grieved yet, because I've had a lot more bad stuff happen and go on, which I'm dealing with now. But just listening to the words, I think people need to listen to the words, and then they'll kind of get the idea around it. And people who've been in that situation will be able to relate to the song, or I hope they would.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. We're going to
Powerful.
share a screen. So this is Gone Too Soon. It's a poem that you wrote in honor of your son who passed away.
Oscar. It's powerful.
Wow. You know,
So I hope it helps people.
It's so your emotions are so raw, like and at the same time hearing the story, and then the melody is an upbeat, like a tribute, like a celebration. Did you notice that, Madeline?
Yeah, I did. I just liked the beginning when Jamie was talking about how he's looking forward to seeing his son, or talking about what he's going to be doing, and then suddenly the reality hits when his wife Isabella starts singing about the outcome of what happened and everything. And it's strong because I lost my child as well.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Madeline.
Yeah, I lost. So
I think I just wanted people. I just want to help people, and I wanted people to hear it from a man's point of view as well, because quite often men kind of not necessarily get forgotten about, but the main focus is on the woman, on the lady, and it is heartbreaking. It is worse for the woman, but also men are affected as well. And that's what I wanted the song to do, to express from a man's point of view how I felt as a man about losing my child, from losing the child to carrying the baby's coffin into the church. You know, I just hope it helps other people.
It will.
It
will, absolutely. It's needed. It's needed because people need to they need to grieve in the right way. They need to, or even just celebrate. As in, not celebrate, as in, you know what I mean? Just
I know what you mean.
Be thankful that that baby's soul chose you to be its parents, whether it continued to go out into the outer world and grow like that. I have an understanding, maybe because we all have souls. With myself, I came to the understanding that my baby's soul chose me to experience in the womb, but not to live in the outer world, but just to have the experience and then go back where the baby's soul needs to go. Yeah. That's how I came to terms with understanding about it. But you do go through. Yeah, you go through so much. You really do. And you're amazing, Jamie. Honestly.
I went through a phase of blaming myself, you know. It's
amazing.
And I don't really talk about it. And it'd get to a point where I'd go to an event, I'd drink, and then something would trigger it. And then I'd actually go up to a policeman and say, I killed my child. I was blaming myself many times. Constantly blaming myself, and I'll be honest, I did some suicide attempts because I just didn't know where to turn, which is why it's important that people do speak out, people do grieve, especially men. And it goes to my statement, it's okay to not be okay. It doesn't make you any different.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Jamie, I just have to say, it's such a beautiful song, such a powerful song about something that's so life-changing, that, you know, Madeline went through it. We have Maria here. Apparently Maria went through it also. We're sorry for your loss, Maria. But yet you're able to capture it in a song that will last forever.
Yeah, and I don't just want it to, although I wrote it because it's about me, I want it to be able to help people as well. And what I would say to people, if you're not good at talking like I wasn't, write it down. And if you want to turn it into a poem or your own song, my details will be on there. I'm more than happy to help you guys. Anybody turn something into a poem or a song, or if any man out there wants to have a chat or woman on how I'm dealing with it, how to deal with it, and advice I can give, my inbox is always open. Always open.
That's so generous. Thank you.
Your heart, Jamie, is just it's massive. It's bigger than you. Your heart is bigger than you. You have to
Oh, thank
realize
you.
it, though. You have to realize it.
Yeah, but it's same as all these awards. I don't see why I'm getting all these like Gentleman of Hearts awards and the ones with the panache as well, and with Dr. Betty Speaks, and I don't understand why I'm receiving them, because I'm not doing anything special in my eyes. I'm just doing something to try and help people. And
well, maybe it's to honor you for that, to
that's
thank you and
honor.
honor you for doing that.
Absolutely. And it's your time. It's your now is the time for unity rather than separation and greed and power and control. Therefore, yeah, you've gone through all that to now be a true leader and share your story and change lives.
yeah,
That's what it's
but
about
hopefully
now.
we'll see if it helps people. It'll be nice to
Yeah.
get feedback on the song as well. And
And you're acting.
Yeah.
I
So,
know. Sure.
Jamie, so you have had all this tragedy and all this pain, but at the same time, you have all these incredible successes and all these opportunities. Are you able to fully embrace it, to say to yourself, wow, look at this incredible content that I've created, whether it's through acting or modeling or the poem performance? How do you embrace that and love yourself for it?
If I'm honest, I don't half the time. It's all surreal. You know, I'm always going up to my mum. Obviously, my nan's not here, but I'll be like, would my nan be proud of me? Would my granddad be proud of me? And are you proud of me? Because I always feel like I'm having to please everybody, because I'm always in self-doubt. I'm saying to my wife all the time, are you sure you're happy with me? Am I doing the right thing? Am I good at what I'm doing? Because I've never had that. And when I was in the army, for instance, just quickly going back, I wanted to be an officer, and they said, you're not academic enough, you ain't got qualifications, and you won't be able to achieve a degree. So that kind of knocked me back. But when I left the army, I got a degree. I got a master's degree.
Hey.
So if you tell me I'm not going to do something, I'm going to do it to prove you all wrong. But yeah, I'm always trying to please everybody. I think, and I think that stems with the mental health and everything else that I've gone through. I think of just trying to please everybody.
You know, something I just want to point out, because I think it's so important. I've heard this before, is that somebody in a position of authority tells us that we're not good enough, that we don't have what it takes, and we listen to them. And then years later, we accomplish whatever it was they said that we couldn't do. So I just want to encourage people, believe in yourself. And if there's somebody who tells you that, no, you can't get a degree, you can't sing, you can't, don't listen to them. Because you can find 10 other people who tell you that you can. Look for it in here, find it in here, and move forward.
Yeah, there's a saying I use, and diversity use it quite a lot as well, is dream it. If you dream it, believe in it. And if you believe in it, achieve it, because you can achieve anything you set your mind to. And anyone that gives you the negatives, knock you down, use those negatives as a power to make you drive your force to achieve what you want to achieve, and don't look back.
Exactly. And well, we can't
Wow.
get into other people's minds and understand why they do the things they do or say. Sometimes people want to keep us back because that's their own insecurity. So just give them grace.
Valid point. Valid
Yeah.
point, Dr. JACALYN and Jamie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Give them grace and just say, go on your way, because I'm going down my road.
I'm interested, if you don't mind me asking, Jamie. Sorry, model. I'm intrigued with that. Tell us all, what do you do for modeling?
Well, I do catwalks and everything, and I'm part of well, I call him my dad now. He's adopted me as his dad. Is Richard Dalton, who does Jessica Louise's model wear. I do modeling for him. I've done modeling for Peacocks and everything else. And I'm not exactly a slim model, so I'm kind of what they call a plus size. So in other words, I get paid to be fat, and that's the way I look at it, really. But so if I'm on a night out and I'm eating a kebab and someone says you're going to get fat eating that kebab, do you know what, buddy? I get paid to be fat, so I'm going to enjoy this kebab even more.
I love it. I love it. So you're comfortable in your skin. You're comfortable with your body. You know, I love that. I love that.
If you look on, like I've got a website, and I think there's some on Google as well, because my whole life seems to be on Google now. But I've got some modeling photos I did of mental health stuff as well, mental health pictures and everything, and body confidence stuff. So that's all on the website and the internet as well. So
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, what's next for you? You have this record deal, you've got this feature film, you're helping other people, you're modeling. I mean, there's so many things you have going on.
I know.
What is it that you are like, what's the main thing that you need to heal?
Heal everybody's pain if I could, from what I do. But I suppose the next pipeline is still working for the ambulance service. And the funny thing is, when I'm not working, I'm on call. So I respond to 999 calls, and I could be having a family dinner. I could be the kids' birthdays, could be going to bed, and my pager goes off and I have to go to these emergencies, like the one I had before I came to the event the other week. You know, and once again, it does annoy my wife, but she's totally understanding with it. But then obviously I've got the new single that we're currently recording and composing. We've got awards coming up, so obviously I'm off to Panache Global Entertainment Awards with Princess Peace. That's on the 10th of December. I've got another award ceremony on the 4th. I've got a catwalk modelling event to go to, and then my feature film in March that I start filming. So it's just trying to find time.
Oh my goodness, that's
That is
incredible.
Yeah. I just imagined him, you know, just on stage singing, and then suddenly, hang on, my bleeper's gone off. I've got to go off and sing. I'll come back in half an hour. Stay there.
It's ironic. I mean, I think it's ironic. You know, I could get 3 call outs a day. I had one where I got called out at 7 o'clock in the morning, and unfortunately, that was a sad outcome. We decided to go to a restaurant for some breakfast, me, the wife, and the babies. And the minute we walked into the restaurant, the pager went off. But thankfully, the staff and the managers helped my wife with the babies, and then I ran and obviously dealt with it. And so it can go off at any time, anywhere.
Always on duty.
Yeah, you've got a strong.
It'll never ever go off. It'll never ever go off when I'm acting or whatever. You know, it's like people ask questions. How did I meet my wife? And no, it wasn't through being called out. I worked as an entertainment manager, or working on entertainments on holiday parks. You get stereotyped, and obviously I was straight. I was just, and they don't look at it that way. Sorry about that. Look at it in that way, and I saw Izzy walking across the dance floor in a black dress with her flowers on it, her earrings, and I said to her, "I'll do a deal with you. If I do the splits in front of everyone, you got to go on a date with me." And she's like, "Oh yeah, whatever." And you know what? 20 stone, fat man. I did the splits. And here we are.
Oh, fantastic!
And then I had to do it on the wedding day.
I love it.
Beautiful story.
That is a great story. Jamie, I've pulled up your website, which I want to share so that people can have more information about you and how to get in touch with you. Tell me where I should go here.
Okay. If you go into menu,
Yeah.
Yes.
And then it's bio and CV are the stuff all about me. But if you look at where am I looking? Modeling photos. That should have some of the mental health photos on there. Oh yeah, there's a couple on there.
Jamie.
So the one with on the bottom with the 4 heads together, they're the different, like where you got 4 different, like facing outwards with the hands. They're different modes of bipolar. So like you've got a happy, you've got a really sad, you've got an angry, and a frustrated.
Wow.
Wow.
These are great.
Yeah, you're definitely photogenic.
What is
I never used to be.
The time frame over which these pictures were taken?
Yeah.
The last 4 years.
Okay. Tell us what we're looking at here.
Yeah, I was just about to say, oh my gosh, Dr. JACALYN, it looks like you.
It does a little bit.
Yeah.
Is this from one of your films?
No, this was actually we did a themed photo shoot, and the theme was obviously Mad Max. And as you can see, we simulated scenes from different parts of Mad Max and everything to obviously get the photos that we managed to get. And
hey, this is great. Like a movie.
But there's so much stuff on the website. All my celebrity events, the awards and everything, and yeah.
Where were you here with this bow tie?
Yeah.
What one was that? Sorry. That was at at a catwalk show. Last year, September, that one.
How about this one outside?
I was just about to say that one.
that was about 3 years ago. That was a park. I decided to do an outdoor shoot, and some of these pictures I'm using for some of my quotes I make up. So I'll imprint the quotes on them as well, and they get sent out in magnets or signed photos and stuff like that to help people and inspire people. Then the last one is the Peacock's catwalk fashion shoot, and the last picture, and that was a floating catwalk. Yep, the bottom one. It was a floating catwalk. So the catwalk was actually on water on a big lake.
Wow.
Oh.
That's amazing.
And what about the one where you've got your arms crossed? The beige one where yeah, exactly.
That's all in the same. That's all in the same place, but that's under a subway before you get to the outdoor area.
That's a great picture. That really expresses a lot. It just tells so much.
Yeah.
They're all really good. Anything else we should take a look at over here?
You'll be here for hours, so you can look at you can look at the active photos you can have a look at, or the awareness ones.
All right, tell us what we're looking at.
These are just some stills from various films that I was on and that I've been in.
Where can
Why
people
I've got
see
you
your
guys
work?
on the thing, Isabel, come here a second, please. Guys, I'm just going to quickly introduce you to someone because she designed all this website for me. She does a lot of my PR. If you come around, so this is the woman that kind of helps me get through everything. This is my beautiful wife.
Oh,
she'll come in the camera.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Isabel. Hey, you have a beautiful voice as well.
Yes, you're so talented.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dynamic
Right,
couple.
she's going to go and carry on dealing with the children.
You're a power couple, you two. A power couple.
Oh, yeah. She's the boss, though. She let me forget
Maria
it.
says, beautiful indeed. Thank you, Maria, for engaging. You've left a lot of nice comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
Yeah, Jamie,
Thank you.
there's a lot of great information on that website that you shared. So it's really chock full. So I want people to go over. We've put it into the comments. So as we close out the show, when I asked you backstage what the message was that you wanted to leave people with, tell us again. You want people to know they're not alone, that it's never too late.
They're not alone in this world. You may feel like you're alone, but you're not. You know, you could be walking down the street and you see someone smiling, but they could be going through what you're going through. And the key thing you need to remember is you're not alone, and it is okay not to be okay. There is always somebody there to lend you an ear. And please, please don't bottle things up. Just express, just talk, shout, or find someone you can talk to. There's a lot of resources out there now. And as I said, all my information is going to be on here. Inbox me if you need to. I'm always here to listen, and I'll help as much as I can. But just remember, you're not alone, and it's okay not to be okay.
I
you for
love
sharing
that. It's
Yeah.
okay not to be okay. Put that on a t-shirt. I love it. How many people can you reach out in the world? It's okay not to be okay.
Very true. And I think another takeaway really
Wow.
for Jamie and for Madeline, everybody out there,
Wow.
is that whatever you're feeling, you can express it creatively in some way. You don't have to have, years of experience or degrees. You just have to have that passion. And if you can't express it yourself, you can work with two artists like these two who can actually take whatever you're feeling and channel it into words and song and film, etc. Right?
Yeah.
I've had a few people from America, actually from the States, because I'm on this bereavement loss page on Facebook, and they was inspired by my song, and they've asked me to help write some of their poems into lyrics for them. So I've done a couple of those already to help other people. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
From tragedy comes an incredible drive to help other people. And I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
no, thank you. Thank you for everything.
You're amazing. You really are a true leader, a true pioneer. And be thankful that you went through all that you went through, because you are a true leader and you're going to save so many people through your story. So look at it that way.
I hope so.
And
I
tune
hope so.
into
And
your
if they
heart,
do like the
Jamie.
music, then leave feedback.
Yeah,
Oh,
you've got a
thank
big,
you.
beautiful heart there. Big,
Yeah.
beautiful heart. You've got to give it some loving yourself.
Thank you.
Big
I
up.
will do.
Big
At
up.
some point, I could give it loving when I've helped everybody else.
Oh.
well, Jamie, I'll definitely be in touch with you about our men's show and also the women's show. And please feel free to come back and continue to share your story on our other programs.
We could
I'd
even
love
have
to. It'd be an honor. It'd be an honor.
Yeah, we could even, Jamie, your lovely wife, Isabel, could go on the A Woman's Prerogative as well. Be wonderful to have her as guest.
Yeah, the problem, because what I will say with Izzy is obviously she's got a 13-year-old son, and he developed 2 brain tumors and everything, and she's been his full-time carer. He's got a lot of complex needs, but she gave up her passion for singing. She's a classic opera trained singer. She gave it all up to look after her son, and now we're starting to get her back out as Madeline, as you said, she sings quite regularly with Deborah and everything. And she's singing at the Panache and stuff, and so we're slowly getting her to have her time. And I did say to her, I'm willing to give all my stuff up so she can continue her career now.
Oh, you could do a balance, a beautiful balance. Yeah. I love it. Well, both of you go on A Woman's Prerogative. Why not? That's interesting. A couple.
For sure.
Yeah. A couple.
She'll probably embarrass me. I don't know.
No.
Well, she sounds like she's your biggest supporter with your mom. So that's beautiful. You have such a great smile, and I really am super grateful that I got to meet you. And please do come back, and seriously, we want to continue to help support the work that you're doing is very important.
No, I'd be honored to. Anytime you want me on any of the shows, just drop me a line and I'll be glad to come on and talk and hopefully not bore people.
No, absolutely
You're not boring at all.
Very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Jamie, I'm going to spotlight you again, and we have your contact information here, but there are people listening on the radio. They can't read it, or they're on a podcast. How can people get in touch with you, and how can they follow you on social media?
The best way to do it is obviously my links will be on there, or go to my website. But if you just go to Google and type in Jamie Long Actor on Google, everything will come up, all my social medias, all my profiles, my website. So save trying to write everything down. If you just Google Jamie Long Actor, that's it. You'll find everything you need on there.
All right. Nice and easy. There it is.
Nice and easy.
All right, Jamie, I wish you a beautiful evening, and thank you again for being so brave and courageous and selfless, helping people and not staying in a rut and just moving forward. You're a beautiful person.
Totally amazing, beautiful story. And you need to do your book, and you're going to bring your book out, so it will help in your film as well. I love it. I love it.
I need loads of it. So, but no, thank you, and happy Thanksgiving again to you and your family, Dr. JACALYN, and thank you for having me on your show. And
Thank you so much.
Dr. Madalene Jones, thank you for introducing us and supporting me as well.
We're all there to love, support, and encourage each other. That's it. That's it, Jamie.
Exactly.
You know,
and thank you very
honestly,
much to all the
fan
listeners,
club.
out there. Thank you very much, and remember, you're not alone, and it's okay not to be okay.
It's okay not to
Yeah,
be
there it
okay.
is.
That's it.
Thank you. There it is. Thank you again, and we look forward to having you back
Thank
soon.
you.
Bye for
Cool.
now.
Thank you.
Bye, Jamie.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Isabel. Bye.
Bye.
What a wonderful person.
Yeah. I never knew the whole. I mean, I actually just thought that Jamie was an actor, a very good actor. I didn't know he was a model. I didn't know. I knew from the awards that he was in Saving Lives and everything, but I didn't know to this depth.
We can't know everything, can we? We can't. And that's what I feel like that's what's so great about life, having a curiosity. And what we do here is we give people a chance to share their stories to help inspire others. That's exactly what Jamie just did today. So Dr. Chan, let people know how they can contact you. Let them know how they can work with you for a custom song and any of the other wonderful services you provide.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yes. If anybody would like a custom song about their life story, please contact me on madalenecarolchan@gmail.com. That's MADALENECAROLCHAN@gmail.com. Also, if you want to understand about what's happening with the chaos of this life and wanting to learn to connect to your heart and awaken to your soul, then if you go onto USA Global TV, on the platform there, this educational platform where myself and Dr. JACALYN are presenting courses, how to deal with a life from ego, a life from pain and suffering, to connecting to your heart, to changing your whole outer reality and inner reality as well. So yeah, I want to hear who's interested about finding about themselves, about waking up finally to who they are. I want to hear about it all. And of course, there's talking heads as well, which I do a show on the USA Global TV platform every Friday at 5 p.m, where I'll be talking in length about certain things about transcending from 3D to 5D, about living from the heart rather than from the ego. So yeah, come and join me. I want to hear. I want to hear so much about you all. And please come along. And it's, as Jamie said, it's important now. It's okay to not be okay, but that means not being okay means you have to now be able to deal with this and deal with your pain by putting it into a song, a poetry, and express it in that way, because everything is energy at the end of the day. So yes, that's me.
Yay. Thank you, Dr. Chan. I appreciate that. All right, everyone, we are going to close out. As you know, it is Thanksgiving here in the United States. I'm going to be spending a little time with my mother. I'm glad that we were able to broadcast today and meet Jamie. We had some other great shows earlier today. We will be back tomorrow with a full schedule. As you know, Dr. Chan will be presenting on Talking Heads. And to her earlier comments, if you are interested in our courses, I'm actually going to bring up the website so people know where to go. Yes. So let me just share my screen for a quick second here so that people can understand exactly what it is we're offering in terms of life-changing education. So you just go to usaglobaltv.com, go over to education, and here you have the courses. And we are going to be adding more courses. We have a lot that we're going to be doing this coming year. So we've got the Power of Listening basic course, which is how you can get certified and become a team member. So each and every one of you out there right now, if you'd like to join our team, take this course. It's $30. It takes 2 hours. It's the Power of Listening. You'll learn how to listen without judgment, without interruption, without stage hogging, without providing a solution. Dr. Chan, walk us through these other courses, if you would, please.
Yeah, sure. The power of music and voice listening is about connecting out the breath in order to be able to understand the different tones and frequencies of our own inner voice, which will give us confidence when we're speaking out to someone, when we're on a podium, when we're in an interview. It will connect us to our confidence of our voice. Part 4 here, the transition here, is about learning to understand what's happening, where the world is coming away from a 3D world of limitation, suffering, pain, ego, manipulation, all these lower vibrations to that. So basically that's facing the shadows of ourself, lower vibrations, to then understanding of our heart gratification, which is about male and female energies, not in gender, but in the way of every person has within them a male and female energy that needs to be balanced to live as a balanced human being, not human, but a human being. Now, then again, we've got the power of listening, which is about us connecting to nature, plants, and building our own shrine, which is things that you love, nature, crystals, anything that's that you love. You put them all into this shrine. And it's fun. It's really a fun course, and you connect with plants. You act like it's almost like the inner child of you comes out and plays with nature. And part 5, the power of listening, that's about soul language. However, I would say if you're going to go on to understand about soul language, you do need to take part 4 about facing the shadow of self and heart gratification, male and female energies, because then you will have a deeper understanding, and it will work better with you in order to take the soul, awakening of the soul, basically, heart language and awakening of the soul. So yes, there you go.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chan. So what I want to leave people with is all of our courses are reasonably priced. I believe, and I'm just saying, I believe they're all less than $50, and they're all 2 hours or less. So you can go, obviously this first course I just mentioned, everybody, Maria, I see you're here, Maria, Jamie, anybody out there, you could become part of our team for $30 and taking this course. It's online, it's all automated. You get the certificate. The certificate goes on drjacalyn.com. Your headshot goes on usaglobaltv.com. And people know that you actually care about how to listen. You listen at an elevated level. And then each of these other courses is an opportunity for you to look within at things that are maybe you're missing in your own life, opportunities to bring self-awareness through your breathing, through your speech, through your thought process, and through connecting with nature. So Dr. Chan's done an amazing job putting these courses together. And it's just a matter of you going over there and checking it out and finding out what resonates with you. So I offer that to each person here. Again, reasonably priced, doesn't take a long time, life-changing.
Absolutely. Right. And I want to say, Dr. JACALYN, if I may, I must say to everyone that because I took the Power of Listening Elevated Foundation course, that allowed me to have the confidence for to understand about presenting, co-presenting on a level where I actually listen to the guests, their stories. So, and also it makes you it impacts your life, and you will draw and magnetize bigger opportunities in your life, because you're actually present and you're listening at an elevated level, which then has a positive impact on your inner world and your outer world, which you have perfect balance. In order to have perfect balance, you need elevated listening. And the beautiful Dr. JACALYN, she is an absolute goddess in every way, goddess of elevated listening, big time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Madeline.
She,
Thank you. One thing
she's
I
my
just want to
mentor.
share.
She's my mentor. You can have your own show. You can be a co-presenter. Just sign up for the foundation course and learn about the universal world of the power of elevated listening.
Well, thank you, Madeline. And I just want to
my
clarify
heart.
for people, everyone who's on this platform, USA Global TV and radio, everyone who is a team member, we've got about 39 team members, everyone has to take the foundational course, The Power of Listening. And then as we come to the end of this year, there's a new course that I'll be launching, and everybody on the team has to take it. And the reason being is I want to be able to say, my team listens at an elevated level. They give you a safe space to share your story. They're not interrupting you. They're not judging you. They're not trying to fix you. They're here to listen. So to me, that is extremely important. And I've had some issues this year. There were a couple of folks who didn't want to take the course, and they won't be continuing because it's really important to me as part of my mission that people give our guests a safe place to share. So think about in your own life. Are you being listened to? Are you listening to the people in your life? And if you're not, because most of us aren't, we just interrupt people. And something that's, and Madeline, you know this as well, and then we're going to tune out for today. But how many times is somebody talking to us about something and we immediately switch off and go, I know what she needs. She needs this, but you didn't ask for me to fix you. You just wanted to tell me a story, but I have the solution for you. No, I don't. I don't have the solution for you.
It's happened to me many a times. It's annoying for the person, because sometimes that person, just like you were mentioning, wants to just have somebody to listen to them, listen to their story, not have a solution. Maybe there's no solution to it. They just want to tell their story. Yeah, absolutely. Dr. JACALYN.
Very true. And then also, how about this? Someone's speaking and they say something that you don't like, and you immediately go, ooh, I didn't know she was this. I didn't know she liked that. I didn't know she thought, ooh, I don't like her anymore. And you're no longer listening because you're now judging the other person. And I believe that's what's going on in this world. People are making decisions based on what someone's talking about. And instead of being curious, you don't have to agree, but be curious. Why does she feel that way? I'd like to learn more.
Yeah. And also, to add it to that, in the way that the news, we don't know if it's the truth. We don't know what's going on at the moment. So therefore, if we feed that and listen to that news and then talk to somebody else about that, and if we don't do our research, like you said, then it's going to cause a lot of destruction.
It does. It just perpetuates the problem.
We need to listen at an elevated level. And then if it doesn't ring true, then we need to find out. If it doesn't, then I need to research.
Exactly.
Wars are being caused, right? Wars are caused by leaders not listening to each other, just wanting to say, we are right.
You're right. It's the biggest area in politics where people are not listening. In fact, how many times do you see an interview and they're interviewing a politician and the person never answers the question? They answer a question that wasn't even asked because that's what they feel comfortable answering.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And they should go on to Dr. JACALYN's elevated listening. You should be a politician to say, before you go on before going on the podium, do you know what? That'd be interesting. That would be interesting to actually interview them and see if they're actually listening.
It's very true. Well, you can always tell by body language if people are listening or not, because, and I see it even on our platform. You see somebody's eyes shift over a different way. They're no longer listening. They're thinking. They're in their head. And so that's what I really want people to take away. That's why Dr. Chan and I have put together this whole suite of courses for people to get in touch with what's inside here. It's not about the ego, it's about the heart. And if each and every one of us was leading our life with our heart, we'd be listening more and judging less.
Oh, you have got the magic key ingredient to the way the life has to be now. Wow. Yes, absolutely. Spot on. Spot on.
They keep me here for a reason.
That's a Thanksgiving gift in itself.
Well,
Woo.
it has been a joy to be here with you today. And I'm going to actually put the link into the chat. If anybody wants to join our team by taking the power of listening, start with the first course, $30, 2 hours. You become a team member. And from there, you could become a co-host. You can become a talking head. You can become a panelist. But start off from there, and then you can take the other courses that Dr. Chan has beautifully put together, and I'm telling you, it's life-changing. So there you go. Dr.
Invest
Chan.
in yourself, people. I invested in myself because I don't have a lot of money, but the small money that I had, I decided to invest myself in the foundation courses and other courses with Dr. JACALYN, because then that allowed me, instead of going out to buy, I don't know, a few McDonald's meal or something else, or something like a piece of clothing, I decided, no, I need to change my life. So it needs to start with you. You have to make that conscious decision to invest. And it's only little money. It's not a lot of money. Little money will accumulate to a change of life, which will eventually bring on a new way of a new life. You want a new life, right? Invest in yourself.
There you go. That's what it's all about. And once you invest in yourself, here you get to be a team member and meet our global community and be part of this. So enough said. Happy
Yes.
Thanksgiving to everyone around the world. You don't have to have an official holiday to be thankful, to give thanks, to have gratitude. My heart is full. My love for Dr. Chan is enormous. And I'm so glad that we could spend this time with you today. If you'd like to be a guest on this show or any of our other shows, what do you have to do? Go over to usaglobaltv.com, book your session. All right, Madeline, we'll see you tomorrow on
Talking Heads.
I'm just going to put up the graphic. There's the Talking Heads.
Talking Heads.
Madeline will be back at 12 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And happy Thanksgiving to you, Maria. Thanks for staying with us today for the show. We love it. And again, thanks to everybody.
Maria.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye, Dr. JACALYN.
Bye.
Much love.
Much love to you too. Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Bye.